Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at Deathrattle Demon Hunter. I played this deck for a viewer because this is actually the meta build of the archetype, so this is what other people are playing as well, and it's nonetheless still really good. The current style of playing Deathrattle Demon Hunter of course revolves around the Deathrattle synergy minions, Razorboar, Razorman Beastmaster, Deathspeaker Blackthorn, just pulling all Deathrattles from your hand and your deck. And it's a little bit faster style than it was in Fortune the Barons. Illiterate Inquisitor is the most expensive minion in the list. Bellsteer Executioners are being used. You corrupt that into a weapon, so that you can push more damage with that. But overall, just a faster meta. You need to build this deck to be faster as well, even though it's a mid-range deck. Cult Neophytes and Farwatch Posts help you defend against all those quest decks. This is pretty good against Warlocks, this is pretty good against Mages. Where this can struggle a little bit more is stuff like Elemental Shamans, Hand Buff Paladins. While you can go for this board-on-board battle, some of those decks just have pretty impressive boards as well. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're always looking for Razorboar, Razorman Beastmaster, just excellent cards. Giving you minions on the board, pulling more minions from your hand. Farwatch Post is also almost universally useful, making your opponent slower, and that's really good. Duskpiercer is something you would keep alongside some of this other stuff, or alone against decks that play 1 health minions like Hunter. There's also an anti-weapon deck card in this deck, Rustrot Viper, and Rustrot Viper is only useful in the mulligan to keep against Rogue. Generally no other deck has weapon that is so important to remove, but if you happen to run to Poison Rogue, yeah, then Rustrot Viper is still a good card. Now, let's take a look at Deathrattle Demon Hunter in action, and if you enjoy this content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Yep, 10,000 years, here we go. Well, there's an Illiterate Inquisitor, but I don't want it in my opening hand, you know. So, yeah, it is what it is. They have one other card that they kept in addition to the quest, so let's see what kind of, well, or they can just draw this stuff, otherwise that works too. Now I have the late game power, but do I get to that point? That's a different question. I have to use the studies now. I need something that I can play.
We'll just have a little peek.
So Darkglare is a little annoying, but wouldn't be able to play it right now anyway, right? We'll just get rid of some of the defensive power. I know there are risks involved with Darkglare, but there's the card to draw demons anyway in the deck. So putting more demons in might not help as much as I would like. They were able to top deck a Drain Soul when I threw a Drain Soul away. That is annoying. Sometimes happens. Let's see. Put this in my deck. Next turn I have the Executioner. That means I will have an attack on 8 with the Inquisitor. Maybe. Okay, now they get their first discounts. I suppose Neophyte is useful here. I'm just going in right now. With all the power I have here. And the Cult Neophyte. Let's try to make things a little bit more difficult for them, but we'll see. Warlock is at 6 mana, so anything can happen. Not sure if Deathspeaker is strong enough next turn. Okay. Alright. That's not a major problem yet. But they had both Drain Souls. I just put a Drain Soul away and they still had both. It's awkward. And this could pull a Persistent Peddler. 4, 5, 6. I'm one off. I'm one off here. This pulling Persistent Peddler is a risk that I have to just accept. It's not like I can just not play it.
I'm flashing prices.
I can still put them down to 2, so that they can't afford to tap. I've seen both Drain Souls. Oh, they top decked the Stealer. Oh, they had a Hand of Gul'dan too. The Dark Lair, but they are at 2 health, so can they actually do anything? No, they can't, and the Warlock is dead. We'll see. There are some other good decks coming. The Warlock is getting nerfed. Well, against the Mage, I would need to get some sticky minions. These are not sticky minions. Well, that one sort of is, but it's not the greatest. Ooh, that was a great roll. This is a good draw for this position, I suppose. I might as well draw a Deathrattle minion here. Are you kidding me? Now I can't coin a Peddler because I have them both in my hand. Are you kidding me, game? Game, why are you kidding me? I will need to trade one in, and hope that I draw a Deathrattle minion that costs less. But I don't. Because if I do Razorboar, and it pulls the Felrator and they can handle that, I have no way to get rid of the Phoenix. So that will be a pretty major problem. I expect them to be able to handle these now. This is a miracle. Christmas miracle. Might as well use the Performer now. We get to kill the Phoenix. Haven't really gotten the level of stickiness on this board that I would like. So that's their Ice Barrier. More Razorboars. Are you kidding me? Doesn't look like kidding though. We'll still need to proc the Ice Barrier because we're a deck that needs minions to go face. Now spell damage minion. Finally able to get rid of the Farwatch Post. Using a Fireball to get rid of Farwatch Post, that is a surprise. But does get them a little bit further into the quest. And now they can start using... Well, that's Skull of Gul'dan. I'm a simple man. I'm offered a Skull of Gul'dan. I play it and hope that it does something useful. Sometimes it still doesn't. But... I can play this Death's Head Cultist out there, right? I think I can. I can also spend the coin on the Illidari studies now. I'll grab a Star Student. That could be useful later on. That will corrupt the Spellsteel Executioner for me, so that I'm able to start pushing some damage in. No sign of Illidari Inquisitors yet. If they complete their quest line without playing the minion on the same turn, then that would then enable me to try to Stellino where their Dawn Grasp. I'm afraid that's where we are at the moment. Now that they're just drawing cards on the cheap. I spent 2 mana to draw 4 cards so far. Let me pull the other Peddler from the deck. That's all good. thins the deck. I like having the deck thinned a little.
Look like you love a good deal.
Real risk is if they can complete the quest line and play the minion on the same turn. We're trying to make them run out of steam, yeah. We absolutely are. There will be nothing in hand for the razor board to pull. I could push 7 to the face now. And kill this, crucially. Is it called Neophyte time? It might be called Neophyte time. 3, 5, 7. Bit of a bluff. There's another razor board to pull. It's all good. We'll use this one. Do the Neophyte. Do the razor board. Push that 7 to the dome. Neophyte making it a little bit more difficult for them to cast spells. 5 cost Arcane Intellect is pretty expensive. They're just trying to get through with the ignites, because they were spending these fireballs very, very liberally here. Right? Do they have something more? They could. With the flurry. Yeah, they seem to be doing fine. I have 8 damage. That will take them down to 6. Need a bit more. Another Stellina. I'm interested. What do they have there? They have an evocation. Oof. They have an ice barrier. I think I want to get rid of the ice barrier, right? That's a fine selection of spells. I'll drop the ice barrier and see what happens. Get them down to 6 health. This one pulls the Beastmaster. This one summons a pair of 1/1s. They will go with the evocation, most likely. But we'll see how strong that is. Could be strong, could be weak. So hard to say. Well, I can either... I mean, I have to play the Stellina, right? Only 4 cards in hand. So I'm almost guaranteed to get the Arcanist. If I play the Skull, I would need another 2 damage. So Felsteel Executioner or Illidar Inquisitor. There are 3 outs with the Skull. That's 1 in 4. I think Stellina is better than that 1 in 4. You shuffle the Arcanist right back into the deck. So now, with no Arcanist in hand, be a little bit more difficult for them. Okay, this bought me some time, and then I will still have the Skull next turn. Then the Skull has a chance to give me the lethal, and the odds are increased next turn as well. It turns out that I didn't even need the Skull. So that almost guaranteed that their turn would be spent looking, and then I would have improved odds. Instead, if I play Skull, they get to play their thing unchallenged, then there was a greater chance of defeat. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.